Greetings and salutations. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is a quick video for you guys who are always asking me about the hardware that I use. Well, I put up the video not too long ago about the Dell Inspiron Studio 1750 laptop that I picked up, and that went quite well after I loaded Linux Mint on it. That started the whole discussion about Linux Mint, which was really cool. Well, here is phase 2. I have repurposed the HP laptop with the broken hinge, and now that machine has become my little workstation here in the dining area in the kitchen. It's right in the middle of the house. This is where the eMachine used to be, gang. And the eMachine, man, it's kind of fun to run a 10-year-old computer just to say I was doing it, but it was really, really slow. So that had to be changed. I had to do something. So I replaced the HP laptop so the kids would have a laptop to play with, and then I plugged in my monitor, got some Harman Kardon speakers, I got a wireless mouse, got me a printer hooked up here. I'm going to tidy this up probably a little bit more because you see the power strip sitting there. It's not very pretty, but it'll do for now until I get that done. And the card table, that's the best part of this. You just cannot find vintage card tables with so much character and patina on the top. This thing must be worth hundreds of dollars. No, it'll do for now until a desk comes along. And this is the little workstation. This is where I do a lot of my YouTube videos. And with the resetting up of the HP, I decided that I would load Linux Mint on it. So yes, we are running the lovely Linux Mint desktop and the Cinnamon desktop on Linux Mint. Now, I still love Ubuntu Mate, and Ubuntu Mate is running on my Dell machine. I just happened to have such a good experience with it on the Dell laptop when I set it up that I decided to give it a shot here. And also, you've heard me complain in the past about this little thing that Linux Mint does where the Mint Desktop Manager, you know, the greeter screen, if you log out on a laptop and you're sitting at that greeter where you log in, you close the lid, it won't do anything. Well, it worked in my favor because I don't want to have to open the lid on this machine. I have set it up to where when the lid is closed, it doesn't shut down, it doesn't hibernate, it doesn't do anything. Linus Torvalds once said that if you leave a bug in something long enough, it becomes a feature. So I get to use my Cinnamon desktop here, which I'm really enjoying. Put that in Expo mode, and with all the features. And the machine that we're running on, well, this is the same HP. Some of you guys have seen these specs before, but for those of you who are new to the channel, we have an HP with a it's an i5 processor, and it's actually 2 cores. Each core is multi-threaded, so it shows up as 4 cores. And then we have the 320 gigabyte hard drive that I dug up to put in this machine. It's a spinning drive, 5400 RPM, but it's like brand new, or just about new, extremely low hours, so it should be very reliable for what I need it to do. And then we have built-in Intel graphics in this computer. The graphics in this computer are actually not as good as the graphics in the older Dell laptop that I just bought, the one with the Core Duo. And that works out really well because my kids use that machine to play games. They play Minecraft, they play online games. My son has 3 or 4 games loaded up, and plus they watch YouTube videos. That's what kids do with computers, right? So works out fine. No, not the world's greatest processor, but the graphics, they're fantastic. My son keeps telling me how wonderful it is to play Minecraft on that machine. So they're happy, I'm happy, right? And I did get the ability to run virtualization back because this machine does quite well running VirtualBox or VMware. A lot of the videos that I've posted, probably in the last year where I showed you things in VirtualBox, they were done on this computer, so it works quite well. So I'm happy about that. And another thing that I did was I installed Terminator. And instead of using the regular Mint/GNOME terminal, I decided that I wanted a more advanced terminal. And I know a lot of you guys have told me that I really ought to use Tmux, but I looked at both of them, and Terminator I like because it's very point and click, and I'm a point and click kind of guy, and I didn't want to have to remember all of the keyboard shortcuts with Tmux. So what does this do? Well, it allows me to have more than one terminal running at the same time inside the same window. Since I have been doing a lot of stuff with SSH lately and making videos, I've been working in the terminal a lot. So I find myself logged into more than one machine at a time these days. So I have two terminals open, so it just makes sense to do it this way. And with this, you can open it up, and then you could I can split this vertically. Now I have another terminal open, so over here I can see what's going on. I can log into another machine on the network or run another command here. I can see if we have any updates. And that can be taken care of itself over here. And then we have HTOP running over here on this machine, and this machine is the one in the back. So if I hit HTOP on this one, if I type it correctly, it should open up. And the one in the back here, now you see that that is what the machine in the back is doing, and that one has a 3-core processor. So yeah, I mean, this is for nerds, but I'm graduating more and more toward Linux nerd status. So I figured I would put this in. One of the really cool things about doing this through SSH was the fact that I decided, well, if I'm going to put it on this machine, I want it on all the machines. Well, I didn't actually have to get up and go do anything to those machines. I just come in here like this, all right, and type in Terminator, and now I'm running Terminator on the machine in the back, right? So I can go in here to my preferences, and I can set this up to do exactly what I want it to do. Okay, so once I'm done with that, now I've got to set this as the main terminal back there, so I just type in mate control center. Now I'm going to open up the Mate Control Center, and if I come down here to where do they hide it? Preferred applications. There it is. I can change it right here. System. Just change the default terminal to Terminator. So you can do all this stuff through SSH, man. I didn't have to move out of my chair, and it took about 10 minutes to set this up on 3 different machines with all the configuration. So that's the awesome things you can do with SSH. As a matter of fact, I have an article up on Freedom Penguin that talks about SSH. So if you saw the video, didn't get to see all of it, or didn't quite understand what was going on in the video that I posted about SSH not too long ago, be sure to check out freedompenguin.com for a more in-depth discussion of SSH. So that's about it, gang. I just thought you guys would like to see this new computer that I'm playing around with. And it's not a new computer, it's a repurposed computer. Let's put it that way. This is what you do when you're poor. You don't throw anything away. You just figure out how you can make it do something else, right? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you for watching. Check out freedompenguin.com for that new article about SSH. Lots of other great articles showing up there as well. Also, be sure and check out Easy Linux on the web if you'd like me to help you get started with Linux. And check out Easy Linux on Facebook. And if you do, give it a like. We'll talk again soon.